Hello, hello. How's everybody today? Yes, sir. It is Thursday. Today marks the beginning of FL2k official stuff. I'm sure there was testing tuning and track rentals and shit. So I think today was the official start. There was roll racing shit, and then there's going to be drag racing shit, similar to Texas 2K, similar stuff that is going on with FL2K. There's a lot of guys out here racing, a lot of guys here doing street shit. I love it. I hope this event becomes a big thing, but not so big that they start cracking down on some of the night hooning stuff. But I appreciate people flocking to this state to start really repping some of the stuff. There is no other huge weekend event. I know streetcar takeovers are one day, and I hope one day that changes so that they're weekend events so that more people will attend. But I understand the logistics behind that and all that stuff. But I think that's the allure to get in, get out, have many dates, and have a bunch of fun. So today I wanted to talk about what are you going to expect from FL2K, what to expect, and I have a couple of things I want to talk about. So we're going to say hi to the people here, like always, say hello, 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 and then get to the bullshit, then talk shit, and then get the fuck out of here. Then go to the gym, have a meal, get something. Clip Clop the House with SGT, Tim C. The same three motherfuckers just talking nonstop. Then Angel H, Dustin Engler, Tony, 5017 says I sold my Mustang and got a Civic. He said that 3 times, I think, already. He goes, bring your wood screws in the house, D-Rock. Fox, Bellevue says get those likes up. Kona GT, Jack Wilbur, Rowdy Boy, KRM, Angel Jovel, already got that. Blake Bailey, Nazo, Jared Wells, DIY Sean, Riley Neufeld, August Corum, Alfredo Diaz, Never Let Off, George Gutierrez, Matthew Nichols, Preston Stanford, Sid Sideways, my God, and Howland 573, and Carter's Gaming. I saw Turbo Mustang and I almost got rid of my Whipple. Then I remembered I don't know how to work on cars, so I'll stay in my place. Very smart. I have a couple of people that I think are starting to understand how single turbo cars work, and we'll talk about that too. But before anything, let me talk about what to expect out of FL2K. The only class I'm going to be watching is stick shift. No disrespect to the street classes, the true street, stick shift. If the big boys show up to FL2K, I'm saying, Cletus, Grubworm, the guy with the Camaro that's fast, Wesley Evans, we got Joel Steele. By the way, I'm confused with Joel Steele's Facebook. It says Aaron Joel Steele. Do you guys have a joint Facebook account? Don't get me started on that shit. Anyway, Joel Steele, the screenshot shows his car leaving. He did a bunch of rear suspension work, and that car has gone 720s. 720s out of a stick shift car, which I know what it takes to get there, and I do not want those problems, that money, or the amount of testing that car has gone through. It just looks like an insane amount of work, but I appreciate the effort. And to me, that class is King Daddy class because those are men. There's 3 pedals in those cars. Those are men. Nothing against the other guys, but I'm sorry. You can't say you're a big balling motherfucker if you got a 9.5 auto car or an 8.5 auto car. Even me with the GT500, the second time I ever brought that car down the track, it went a personal best. That tells you how easy it is to drive an automatic Mustang, and that's a manually shifted turbo 400 or 400, or what do you want to call it, turbo 400, whatever. Some people get out of shape. What do you mean turbo 400? It's a 400. It's a Reed Kaysen. Shut up. Fucking relax. Really, really fucking relax. So, I'm expecting to see Wesley Evans dip into the 8.0s or high 7s, 799 with a stick shift nitrous combo. I'm hoping Joel Steele gets out there and runs a quicker pass than 7.2, 7.1, or 7.0. If that thing goes 690s, I am mind blown because that's a feat, man. Some guys can't do that shit in a, power glide car. There are cars out there, power glide, max effort cars that have not gone as fast as stick shift Joel Steele's car and Wesley Evans's car and Grubworm and Granis and all those guys. I'm like, wow. So to me, that's just super impressive, super Billy badass, and I hope to have some fun being a fan. It's the first time I'm going to go to an event that I'm not working it, that I'm not running it, I'm not tuning it. If the customers are on and needs a log looked at, sure, but you paid a motherfucker. I'm gonna have a tip cup on my shit, and I want to go out there and just enjoy myself, and that's gonna be the first time I'm gonna be doing that in a very long time. So, are you guys going? Is anyone attending? Is anyone down here hooning, doing some dumb shit with their car? Or are they just gonna go watch, or are they just gonna watch it on the Flow? What is it? Flow Racing channel, which is like you can watch it live. Are you gonna do that? What's the deal? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go there live. I'm gonna be there Friday. I know Saturday looks sketchy for weather, but fuck it. I'm still going to show up and watch and see how it all goes down, because I might want to run it next year and see how it goes down. I'll be in Bradenton the week or two after at a rental, taking the GT500 to a rental. And the goal with the GT500 is to run quicker than an 8.1. I've never gone 8.0 in that car, and I don't know if it has a 790 in it. If I go 8.1, 8.0, I'm going to put a nitro shot in that fucker and go 790s and then sell it, because I got to go 7s in that car, because I think it'd be cool. Running a stick car that is quick is a job in itself. Exactly. Do you plan shooting 7s in the GT500? Yes, that's the plan, to go 7s in the GT500. If it goes 8.1, 8.0 during the test session, I'm going to say, all right, it don't got no more nut in it. I guess I can pulley down, but honestly, I think that blower, because it's an old-fashioned 4-liter, Whipple, nothing, actually the funny thing is about the 4-liter Whipple is performs just about the same as a 3.8 Whipple, the new rotor pack, blah, 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 because there are cars that are comparable to mine, 5.8, 3.8 Whipple, turbo 400, and they run the exact same number except less mile an hour. I think I've gone 169 in my car. So it's the same thing. So people say, why don't you get a 3.8 Whipple? I'm like, I basically have that. I basically have the same performance as a 3.8 Whipple with my 4-liter Whipple. I don't know if it's a 4.5. I'm not 100%. I'd have to look up the serial number. Good evening, says YouTube Corrupt, and JD Swag is in the house. Stuck in Texas, otherwise I'd go. Should be in Florida in a few months. Never let off. Very nice. I'm broke, so I can't take my car or even go to watch. 13.2 stick shift. 13.2 stick shift would have gotten me first place, though. La Bomba says, bro, I got a 10R80 and got bored of it 6 months in, to be honest. Me too. Look, the only reason I have the cars that I have that have an auto in it is to help me learn the calibration. Did that on the red SI50. I pretty much know my way around it, that I don't have to guess where things are and what they actually physically do to the car, because I believe tuners should drive the vehicles they tune. A lot of us do not drive the vehicles, and then we don't understand the issues that you're having. I'll give you an example. Automatic swap GT500s. Automatic swap GT500s, you have to drive it to understand what the customer is saying. So I'm very lucky that I've gotten to drive and adjust on a lot of automatic swap GT500s, and I know what they mean about the converter schedule, the shift schedule. Those cars are torquey, so they require a different shift schedule than a normal Coyote would, to be honest with you. Not only a different shift schedule, a different converter lock-unlock schedule. So I have one that is vetted as hell. I give it to the customer, and then they go, wow, it absolutely changed everything. How did you come up with this? I drove the car, and I adjusted the shit out of it nonstop. Yes, I used Junior for help, just to, have help me navigate some of the stuff, because we use special software, so we have to kind of find some stuff. But you have to drive, in my opinion, the vehicle you tune. And that's why I have the red car. That's why I have the reason I have the Fairmont is to help Jake. The reason I have the truck is to help Jake. The only car that was a selfish buy was the white 19 and the GT500. Those were selfish buys. I bought them just because I wanted them. Every other vehicle is to help progress turbo kit, progress my knowledge on 6R80 stuff, and Coyote swap stuff. So I have a little bit of everything. I have my hand in a bunch of different cookie jars, so I can help multiple people, and in turn, those people help me. I'll be watching tomorrow after work, and then Saturday and Sunday. I'm bored of the 10-speed also, said Matt Jones. You guys will be bored of the 10-speed. Trust me. Every single person the only time you're not bored of the 10-speed is when it makes a 50 wheel, 900 wheel. You're like, oh shit, this thing flies. And that's it. But an NA 10-speed or a mildly boosted 10-speed, you're bored of it. You're bored of it. You're bored of it. You're bored of it. I'm not bored until I get till I get tired of shifting gears. I've never gotten tired of shifting gears. I've been in traffic jams with my white 19, and I'm like, this is fine. This is okay. Stick racing is where you find out where the real drivers are, not just someone who paid the most money to make their auto fast. I know guys that are in pro mod classes. Pro mod guys. That's like 5-second quarter mile shit. And they don't know a goddamn thing. They just get in the car and they smash the gas and everything else is done for them. There's a tuner that's doing this. There's a chassis guy there. They have money and they want to be Billy Badass pro mod motherfucker. And all they do is point the motherfucker down the track. But they got money. They got a tuner in the house, a chassis guy in the house. They got an everything guy. Hell, they don't even pull the fucking chute. It does it for them at the end of the track. Car doesn't even shift. And I loved hearing that NHRA instituted that pro mod drivers had to shift their own gears a la pro stock. Even though they're autos, they had to shift their, I don't know, technically they're auto. Yeah, they had to manually shift the transmission. Let's just say that. And I appreciated that. I'm like, that's driving. At least that's driving, in my opinion. I'm bored of my 10R80. So everyone's bored of their 10R80. Stick life. Doesn't help that PBIR is going away. It doesn't help. It's really bad. It has been verified. They have been sold. It's going to be warehouse space. So what am I going to do? I'm going to buy a fucking sprayer. I'm going to grab me some motherfucking dead hook. Oh, this is stripper glitter. Sorry, guys. Motherfucking dead hook or skinnies. And I'm going to buy a sprayer. And I'm going to find somewhere in Belgrade. And I'm going to throw slicks on my Fairmont and do street shit. I mean, and all I want to do is just have an 1/8 mile chunk of land that I could just do stuff on my own. I don't want to race people. I don't give a fuck. I just want to do draggy hits, do a wheelie on the street, running 8 on the street. That's all I want to do. I don't care about setting up a cash days like a fuck. No. What the fuck am I gonna do setting up a cash days for? It's gonna be quads versus Mustangs, all and 23-inch Forgiato equipped Chargers and Hellcats. This is Florida. That's all there is here. It's crazy. 10R80, the manual car is never boring. Your mom can drive a Pro Mod. Exactly. Bondo Bird in the house. How you doing, sir? Alejandro, you have a 4.5 liter, 3.8 would outperform the 4.5. Both are maxed out. The 3 liter is right there with the 4.5. Raw. Wrong. Not in a GT500. In a Coyote, Bondo Bird, I would agree with you. A 3.8 will outperform a 4 liter something in a Coyote. In a GT500, a 3.8 ain't outperforming the 4.5. It's just not. There's proof of that. There's cars out there. Show me a car that sits like mine. Again, sits like mine. Has a GT500, not a Coyote. Nuh-uh, stop thinking Coyote. GT500 motor. Show me a 3.8 liter equipped GT500 motor, 10-to-1 compression, not Billy Badass billet stuff, dumb shit, that runs quicker than a 4 liter, 4.5 liter Whipple. I will wait. I'll wait. I think they perform exactly the same. I do know it went to the 6s. It was the first stick car in the 6s from my memory. Damn, not even off work and the chat is live already. Alex, would you get yourself a GT350? I've said that a bazillion times. Yes. But no rush. Stripper glitter sat for a month and cracked my sprayer. Got all over the RXT on the shelf. Can you pay at the gate for the rental you're going to? No, this is private. This is 100% private. Nobody's going to that motherfucker except Senior and me. That's it. We are renting out the track just for us. No, you cannot pay at the gate. No, you can't come. No, you can't watch. Just Lund Racing. Alex, would you no-lift TR6060 RXT clutch? Jesus Christ, if you hit your gears, sure, why not? If you throw a cash days, I'll trailer 3 cars from New York to come compete. I do not want to be Big Chief. Big Queef. I could call myself the Big Queef. Alex is holding a cash days and Big Queef is in the house. I'm like, hey, how you guys doing? Big Queef here. So these are the rules. I'm going to actually buy a tree with staging beams so there is no jump bullshit. Because now it's at the point where, do you guys watch Street Outlaws? I don't watch Street Outlaws. And then I watched it because I was bored as fuck one day and I looked at it and I'm like, wait a minute. Motherfuckers are jumping and it's okay. Yeah, chase is a race. I'm like, oh, I'm good on that. What clutch is in the white car now? Either I missed it in your latest or you didn't mention it. It's a private labeled clutch from McLeod that another parts house sells. I just don't mention certain names. That's all. My SN95 always smells like track bite. Very good. Hey, Alex, I live near Bradenton track. Want to crash at my studio apartment? No. We can stay up all night and talk about tuning coyotes. Fuck no. And go to FL2k. Fuck no. I have this thing called a hotel room. No, thank you. I appreciate it, Rowdy Boy 97. Will you be making a video of the track rental? Yeah, I'll probably just bring the GoPros, put it in the cage, and then look. The goal is to see what Senior's car can do. We have some Billy Badass. It's equipped with a 5.2 now, and it's got some badass bullseye turbos. Billy Badass 4R200 equipped 6R80. The goal is to go 20s. 720s or 730. We want to go 6s at 200 miles an hour. Like the goal, in my opinion, for the Grey Goose is a 699 at 200 miles an hour. That is the goal. We want to put the 6R80 record so out of reach that someone's going to have to mortgage everything and suck all the dick to make it happen. Bondobur says, I haven't seen any badass GT500 run one yet, so I can't argue that, but the efficiency and airflow would suggest different. Let's get one on your car. No better way to test. Bondobird, there is already a car that we tune. 3.8 Whipple, 5.8 motor, turbo 400 trans. It traps 166. My car would trap 169 at 3,800 pounds race weight with a 4.5 liter Whipple. So that begs the question, in a GT500 application, is the 3.8 Whipple, because you can't rev it to 9,000 RPMs. You can't rev a GT500 motor to 9,000 RPMs. My motor, I rev it to 68, 6,900, and if you saw the dyno video, it peters out after that. It just goes, it revs, it'll rev to 8,000, but the power just kind of flatlines. So the 3.8 might be Billy Badass in Coyote applications where you can rev it to 9,500 on a standalone and, really zing that blower to its efficiency island on the rotor map, on the, compressor map. Let's just say that. For those of you that know how to read compressor maps, compressor maps are all the same in terms of layout, fluid or air. It's similar layout if you know how to read a compressor map. Daily reminder, FKA. Oh, you're 100% right. They jump and say it's okay. They were bumping in. Get them likes up. Let's go. Edgar Sanchez. I appreciate that. Do you think Lund would come to FL2K next year, or they don't want to race and just set records? Mr. King, yes. We will be at FL2K next year. I do not think we're ever going to hit up a Texas 2K unless we're doing it as fans, just to support the racers. But I don't think Lund Racing is ever going to compete in a Texas 2K, but they will compete in an FL2K because they're not that far from it. Rowdy wanted to get rowdy with you. Do you think I already got that? Never let off. Likes it. 6 second would be insane. A 6 second 6R80 car with a Ford racing computer, like literally a Ford racing control pack. It is not a standalone. It's not Motec. It's not Micro Squirt, Mega Squirt. It's not big stuff. It's not anything. It is a Ford racing Ford racing control pack, just like you can buy on your Coyote Swap vehicle. Same exact thing. It's running a Gen 2 6R80 control pack. Alex, is the Silverback Gorilla going to be at FL2K? How much is that track rental? No, guys, you don't understand. You can't join the track rental. We bought the whole track out for 2 cars. That's it. When Lund Racing rents the track out, it's for us. That's what I love about John. He's like, I'm renting the track out for me. And it's just 1 car. I love how he does that shit. Is there another to see the event besides flow racing? I don't think so. I stand corrected then. Learn something new every day. Bondobird, yes, we tune a car, 3.8 GT500, 5.8 motor, turbo 400, Billy Badass. It traps 166. It runs the same number my car runs, but I think it's a little lighter. Hey Alex, just got off work. Says boosted 1080 and gonna make some data logs of the new 69. What should I do? 2,500 to 6,000? Yes, boosted 1080. That's what you should do. Indianala became a bitcho level member. Thank you, sir. And SoCal Bronco says, can you give a shout out to Rami at Pit Stop Performance on using a PPP loan to buy a GT350? Holy shit! I just read the comment. So, sorry. Rydell 50 says, Alex, on ESS Tuning G3, what pulley would make 800 to 850 raw horsepower? So, Rydell, there is this thing called the internet. There is this thing called the internet, right? So, if you go to the internet, the interwebs, you go there and you go to ESS's website and you look at their G3 kit and you hit select options and their pulley chart is somewhere in there somewhere. Let me see. Where's their pulley chart? Look at that. So a 100 millimeter pulley makes about 12 PSI. So basically you can't make 800. Let me see. X trim. Let's see the X trim and let's see. Yeah, 12 PSI is all you can make apparently. So yeah, I think you're fucked on making 800. I think you're kind of, I mean, they say it can make 900, but I'm like, how are you going to make 900? Unless you got a 20%. So yeah, maybe 100 millimeter pulley is the smallest one you can get. So there you go. You're welcome for Googling something for you. Appreciate that. Thanks for the money. Can we get those likes up, guys? Says JD. So yeah, guys, I mean, 261 concurrent viewers and 163 likes. Come on, guys. Come on. All I ask is for you to like it. I can't imagine I have to explain that every single time. That all I require for me to make more shows is the like ratio to be high. That's it. Over 50%. You guys need the fun time. You guys need the fun time in between to decompress and have fun. Exactly. We literally, you know what's great about those rentals, dude? It's like Cheryl, John's wife, is a fucking, I mean, she is a gem. She makes the burgers, the hot dogs. It's like an event for just the team. It's so nice. It's like a team building thing. It's great. Does the control pack tune better than the stock computer in a race car like John's? Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to put a stock ECU Gen 1 on a car like that. Gen 2 just has better processing power, better control of the shifting in my opinion, quicker processing, better RPM range. You could shift that car in fucking 10,000 RPMs if you want, I think, or high 9,000s. And it just works wonderful. If I had my choice of any control pack or any operating system, it is Gen 2 by far. Chupapi says, has Tony made your life a little better ever since you got him? Seems like you're a little more happier. I got to admit, guys, the dog actually, the quality of life is better with the dog. And I think this is why. I have something to take care of. Meaning I got to worry about the dude. I got to, clean him all the time, clean the shit, clean the piss. But forget about that. The social life. Everyone wants to pet him. Everyone wants to talk to me. Everyone wants to all of a sudden pet the cute dog in the fucking complex. And the chicks here love the dude. And they're like, oh my God, look at the fucking dog. What's your name? Baby, I'm over here. You want to come over and we'll talk about it? Want to come over and pet my dog? Can I pet your dog? You can pet my dog. Absolutely. So yeah, it's been a little better for sure. Good morning, says Alice Alcazar. Jeremiah, camp in the house with the Grey Goose running ethanol 1R or a different type of fuel? Ethanol 1R. We run ethanol 1R on all of our race cars, Mr. Jeremiah Camp. Speaking of Tony, what's up with that dude digging a hole with a kayak paddle on your IG live? So that his dog is a red bone coonhound or something like that. And he tripped over a fucking huge divot that another dog dug up. So he was trying to cover the hole up so the dogs don't fucking break their legs. Why the hell do I smell burnt rubber on my 6-speed S550 when I get on it? It's stick. Okay, because you're probably burning rubber. Coyote, I'm in a cult, says, I've been all over the interwebs and can't find a good comparison between a Paxton and a Whipple for a 10R80. What do you mean? A good comparison? You mean like a race? Like a race? Watch me find one in 2 seconds. Shelby GT350 Whipple versus a 19 Paxton. That's actually a good race. Let me see. Oh, that's the same dude. Can I be frank? God damn, he's got a bunch of fucking videos. Let me see. So this is a Whipple GT350 versus I'm sorry, the internet is gonna fucking he's got really high quality stuff. So this is a Whipple GT350 versus a 10R80 Paxton, I'm putting my money on the 1080 Paxton. Crazy. So obviously this should be the 1080 Paxton because it's a 15. It's an 18 up front end, and this is a GT350 with a Whipple supposedly. They're both on E85. They're both on. One's got a Paxton. Oh, look at that fucking 350. Oh, shit. That's a good race. That's a good race. That 350, man. It's a 5.2, man, with badass heads. It's tough to beat. That's good shit. That's a good race. That's a good race. Boy, that GT350 mopped the floor. That's the difference, dude. The 350 motor is just that much better up to about 900 wheel. Then it's a problem. Kyle Brandon, holy shit, I haven't seen Kyle Brandon in a bazillion years. How are you, sir? Rydell says, thanks, Alex. I know I wasn't sure about the pulley sizes. I can probably reach out for them for a smaller pulley. Thanks, bro. Love the show. Kyle Brandon says, sorry I was out with Rona and pneumonia for 5 weeks and 3 weeks recovery. Fuck. God, the fucking Rona. I probably had the Rona 3 times, and I was like, that's it. There's a Rona. I'm one of those lucky motherfuckers, knock on wood, that I probably got everything. Aedosyphilitis, herpes, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But yeah, glad to hear you're doing better. Sorry you were out that long. Do not give me money. Get your money up. Get back to work. Do not give me money, you psycho. But thank you. I appreciate it very much. That Whipple is making 1,000. Shit, that's crazy. No, it's 1,000 horsepower Shelby. Oh, it's 1,000 horse Shelby? Yeah, that's crazy. What's better, a Whipple or a supercharger? All jokes. And a shot of nitrous. The Hot Sauce 350 says GT350 for life. You can't. It's hard. It's hard. Was GoPro flying off of the white car? I don't know. I didn't see what was going on with the white car. Hot Sauce says, yeah, 900, you sent the rod to the moon. Rob Lamb says, 350s are fun, but my wife's 13 with the Gen 2R will spank it all day for half the price. No, NA, sure. But a Whippled 350 is really, really tough to beat. Really, really tough to beat. Not only do they shift at 8,300 RPMs, they have super great flowing heads, badass cams, the displacement, it's a badass motor if it would stay together past 1,000 wheel with a flat plane crank. Can I be frank? Post like 3 vids a day, straight to the point rolls. Love that. That's a Miami dude, I think. Like that, those rolls look like they happened in Miami, and I don't want to do anything in Miami. I'd love to go down there and fuck around, but the problem is then the motherfuckers are going to be clout chasing and that. That's why I don't want to race nobody. Haven't had the Rona. I'm blessed. Abel S550 says that 350 was making over 1,000 wheels. Gen 3 was making around 900. Got it. But that still should have been a closer race, in my opinion, because the Gen 3 10R80 car should have had a tighter gear ratio and should have stayed ahead of the car because the centrifugal makes more power. But that 350 just makes good fucking power, plain and simple. Kyle Brandon says, I'm doing much better. Thank you for all the concern and love. Yeah, Kyle Brandon. Some guy got mad at me on my last video. They're like, if you don't have your sugar daddies, you wouldn't have shit. I'm like, who the fuck are my sugar daddies? And then they named you. They named everyone that like watches the show. I go, I make more money off of ad revenue. Like I make 75% of my money from ad revenue and subscribers. I'm sorry, and members than I do from donation. Oh, fuck you. Like they got literally mad, and it was on the Affirm post. If you go to the Affirm video, the most butthurt motherfuckers there are the ones that talk shit. And it's funny, like they watch the show. Like, why the fuck would you watch a show of a guy you hate? You don't see me watching any show of someone I hate. Fuck all that. I don't got time for that bullshit. Psycho. It said he's in Texas. Got it. Thank you for all the concern and love. Got that. My Whipple 350 makes 1,000 and it's killed a lot of cars. Yes, that's Miami. So motherfucker says it's in Texas. The other guy said it's Miami. Make up your minds. Any idea who can install a Motec in Florida? Install a Motec in Florida. I mean, depends on what you're installing. Like, there's many guys. Real Street, that's like all they deal with. Like, so go to Real Street. You pay the money and get it done by them. Mr. King says he's in South Florida. Silly Boy says he's in Texas. What the fuck's wrong with you guys? Time to buy a 350 and flip the Gen 2. Not hard to beat a 350. My Terminator gives it the gap. Stop it. Stop it, Gux, Bar, whatever. Gerbax Cower. Stop it. My Terminator gaps the 350. Yeah, a fucking TVS at 1,000 Cobra versus a stock 350. Sure. A Whipple 350 will give you the fucking cheek clapping of your life. literally blow your doors off because your hinges are going to be rattling from that shit ass Cobra that you're driving. The Affirm post on IG was gold. Oh, people got so fucking mad. So fucking mad. So that the guy with the on 3 thing reminded me of something. So I had a gentleman on my tuning queue, and he's like, I don't get it, Alex. With your tune, half of the banks don't work. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, it's only reading 102. And I'm like, it's a single turbo car. But what about the other bank? I'm like, it's a single turbo car. The other bank is going to read nothing. So the single turbo car gets tuned off of the bank 102. I don't know. I put the stock tune back in it and both banks work. If it's a single turbo car, get used to having one bank read only. Got it? Got it. HOA said my car was too loud. Now I just pack hot dogs in the exhaust on startup to muffle the sound. Cooks my breakfast dogs for me. Hilarious. He should go do stand-up comedy. Every single termie out there has tried to race me and lost. He's just trying to be funny. Also, Alex, thanks for the last couple of random videos and watched about the SL1 Demon Core. Already watched the Elephant Core. A YouTube that seemed to be good was a dude named Kyle Hill. The Kyle Hill guy has long hair, like a physicist, or he's a very smart dude, and he delivers very good videos, very good content when it comes to space, when it comes to science stuff. The guy is very good. Engineering Explained is good, but the problem is he is too technical, like way too technical. And I need someone to... I'm stupid, so I need someone to talk normal to me, not like above my head, because I get it. You're smart. You're an engineer, but you go way into the matrix, explaining a fucking gas pedal. I'm like, I don't need that. No, thank you. At least Terminators hold their value. That dude made a post about that one bank not reading fuel trims, laughing my ass off. I know. And I'm like, dude, that bank doesn't read fuel trims because it's a single turbo. Log the car. Everything will be fine. I literally have tuned 4 this week. 4 single turbo cars this week. 3 on 3s, 1 BL fab. And I'm like, and then 2 weeks ago, a couple of CPR kits. And I'm like, what's the problem? Please log the car. I want to jump on the nitro bandwagon. Ugh. What M1 nitro ratio would you recommend? M1? I'll have to... Bondo Bird, that's a conversation that's going to have to happen off this stream. If I start talking about it, all these motherfuckers are going to want to try it. All these motherfuckers are going to burn their shit up. All these motherfuckers are... No. Bondo Bird, I'll talk to you separately. Chupapi says, your recommendation on a drag street tire fitting a 1510 wheel. Car is a 14 GT 680 with minor bolt-ons. 275 6015 ET Street R. 275 6015 ET Street SS. There you go. That's a street tire to me. Alex, what oil pump gears and sprocket do you recommend? I've only said that a bazillion times. But liver noise, TSS. I think that's it. Liver noise and TSS and Ford Racing. I think Ford Racing has some, if I'm not mistaken. Kyle Hill has a degree in size communication. That makes sense. He's very good at explaining things simply. So that's perfect. Hey, Alex, plan on going boosted soon, says Julian Cantu. On my 18 Mustang, what fuel pump should I go with? The stock one? With a BAP? The stock one with a BAP? Now, if you were to say I'm going E85, then we can talk about something else. TSS and MMR. There it is. TSS and MMR. I forgot about MMR. Hey, Alex, got to turn me. Should I go FR500s or be different, or get bullets? I love how Terminator guys buy stuff that was done when they first came out, and they're trying to be like, oh, look at my new setup. And I'm like, it's been done like 500 times. Like 4-star F14s on an S197. Oh, welcome to 2011, asshole. It's been done. Love you. Oh, doesn't it look cool? Yeah, but it's been done. Love you. Just out of curiosity, is there any benefit to going single over twins? Seems like twins would be more efficient. Look, let's stop talking efficient stuff, okay? BL Fab kits, I think, have been like deep 8s into the 7s. CPR kits have been 7s. Twin turbos have been 7s. So it's all about how you set everything up. At the end of the day, a single 90 or a single 85 or 80, look at Jake's truck. It made 1,000 wheel on an 80 millimeter bullseye turbo. Single. Remote mounted. by the fucking where the muffler's supposed to be. And that's a single. Spools up just fine. Wow, sorry to hear that, Alex. I'll watch it later. They're just envious they can eat their own booty plugs. LOL. Got it. Appreciate that, Kyle Brandon. Can I be Frankish from South Florida? Those runs happen here. Miami. Good, clean runs when a small group of people get together to run. No bullshit. I appreciate that. I'm still not going to fucking run down there. Jay Rubin says, I actually had good luck with the 295 55-15s with a 15-inch wheel. I like that tire size. Redbird says, I'll catch the replay. Love you. Orale Holmes says, Blue 99. So let me see. Thank you. TSS and MMR are good, but the Ford Racing is the same and cheaper. So Ford Racing has oil pump gears. Oil pump gears. Ugh. Georotor oil pump billet steel. Okay. So this is the housing too. Ford Performance G-Rotor Oil Pump Billet Steel Mustang. So let's look at this right here. This is a CJ Pony Parts. Actually, yeah, that's a CJ Pony Parts site. Let me go to Beefcake. But does he have them? Cake Racing.com. And let me see if he's got Ford Racing oil pump gears. Because, you know, if I'm gonna give shouts to anyone, it's Beefcake. Ford Racing Billet Oil Pump gears. Let's see how intuitive this website is. Oh, boundary. No. MMR, no. Oh, MMR. Boundary. MMR. TSS. No. Nope. So, okay, we're going to go back to CJ Pony Parts. These are the guys. Billet steel georotor set. Okay, so if you're going to get oil pump gears with a housing, this is the one to get. Ford Racing. But I think they sell the gears separate, if I'm not mistaken. So, no, I'm not going to sign up. Stop it with your fucking bullshit. Ford Performance Parts Billet Steel Georotor Oil Pump. So, this is where? Oh, Summit. Ford Performance Parts Billet Steel Georotor Oil Pump Gear Sets. There you go. $389 for Ford Racing oil pump gears. So, Ford Racing, MMR, TSS in no particular order. So there you go. Look at that. We Googled it for you guys. Cuban Coyote in the house. Cuban Coyote, when's the shootout? Is it this weekend? Let me know. Is 661 Bloodshot going to be there? I'd like to see both Lund cars. And is that Vortec car going to be there? 3 Lund cars on the West Coast getting it done. Alex, you two might turn me back when you were at VMP. Bullshit. I tuned that fucking Terminator. I probably said, Joe, you can have it. Fuck this. Diego Flores says, what's up, Alex? Just got here in TSS and MMR 2 Poppy. Got it. Isn't that the actual CJ car from Ford? I don't know what he's talking about. What's the difference between Ford Racing and Boundary Gears? Stop it. Paxson Vortec or Whipple for Gen 3 10R80. What is wrong with people? Like that. You know what? None of them. I mean, what the fuck? How do you want your power delivered? Your budget? Like, I'm sick and tired of it. I said all of them. They can all blow up your shit. Every single one of those power adders can blow up your stock motor. So, any of them. Fuck it. He don't want to go that far from him, says Kiwi Coyote. Is he north of you and you guys are south? I don't know. Would you recommend the oil pump gears for a 350 as well? Is that Coyote problems? I don't see much failures on the interwebs, but wanted to ask anyway. I think specifically on GT350s, I don't think they come billet from Ford on GT350s, but I honestly haven't heard of GT350s grenading oil pump gears. So again, I just don't see it that often. So I wouldn't do it. Personally, I wouldn't do it, no. What do you think about everything that's done in the Mustang game without deep pocket modding? All the cloud chasers just copies cars that were done years before. Alfredo Diaz, that's just kind of the way it's going to be. Mustangs, everything it's hard to stand out. So that's why people stance and bag their shit and just make it a visual mod, a visual performing vehicle or drift gay shit. Like I'm starting to see guys with S550s drive around in a drift setup, but they're not drifting. Similar to guys that drive around on bigs and littles, but don't drag race. You know who it is. Guys have seen Mustangs with bigs and littles, a Cobra emblem, and BF Goodrich TAs in the back. And I'm like, you don't fucking race. You don't got an ET Street. You don't got you don't got a Pro back there. You don't got a drag radial back there. You got a fucking basic bitch tire back there. You're just stunting. So if you're a bigs and littles guy or a beadlock guy on an NA car, that's hilarious to me. I mean, I laugh so hard when I see an NA car with beadlocks. I'm like, wow, you just wanted to look. You literally paid extra for nothing that would help your vehicle. And now you could play mental gymnastics and say, well, if I replace my tires, it's easier. I can do it myself. Okay, I'll give you that one. But you don't do that shit. You'll take it to fucking your boy at Pep Boys and he'll do it for you, or some guy that'll do it for you. But you guys are buying beadlock wheels on an NA car and spending like $400 more for the set. And I'm like, wow, you guys are fucking retarded. So yeah, I've seen guys do that with Mustangs nowadays, S550s. They drive around in a drift setup, meaning missing rear bumper, but then they put like roll bar for a bumper. And it's just the gayest fucking shit. But I get it. They want to do visual performance because the fast car game is super expensive. That's actually a great question, Yosef Fiveohalex. I ran in my wife's car running about the octanium. I don't know what he's talking about. Johnny D. Yep. Stay NA if you need to ask Alex. Stay NA if you need to ask Alex, says Miniback Badman. I don't know. This Gerbax guy, I don't know. He's just a Cobra troll, it seems like. So, you know what? Just because I feel like just getting rid of him. Yeah, let me just get rid of him. Get him out of here. Just shut up. Just shut up with your Cobra questions. Fuck you. Most FI guys don't even need beadlocks. Exactly. Being fast doesn't mean you'll be noticed. Being gay and ricer does. Yes, I think they'd rather just play the look at me game. Because if you're fast, you're just fast. But if you're gay, you're like, look at that gay guy. You're like, yeah, look at me. Like, yeah, hater built. Hashtag hater built. Follow me on IG, hater built. No, you just have really bad taste, and we're pointing out that you have really bad taste. You're just a fucking hater. No, you have really bad taste. Your car sucks. People deny that their engine will blow up with power adders. They chase the boost until boom. A Wheeler says, my 18 GT moved the tires around non-beadlock wheels and became unbalanced when I was in a liar. I don't believe you. You're a fucking liar. Save the beadlock money and just get boost and you'll still not need beadlocks. I drive with skinnies and an ET Street at 19 pounds, says Candace Page. He asked for your thoughts on running octanium unleaded in a Coyote. It works fine. Like, guys, really, like, don't over fucking stress anything. I have run C16 leaded fuel in my Mustang. The sensors did not fucking catch on fire and the car didn't burn to the ground. Like, a lot of people go, is it okay to run this? It's way more simple than you think. That's the biggest thing I learned when I got into tuning. It's a lot more simple than you think. But luckily, I had a mechanical background already. So I'm not sitting there stressing. Like, I had a guy remove his injectors from his car the other day because he wanted to sell them because he's getting ready for boost. It was a Gen 1. So he took out his LU47s, and I go, okay, so you're going to be stuck on pump gas. He goes, wait a minute, I can't run E85 on stock injectors? I go, no. He goes, why not? And I caught myself going, I have to explain to this guy now that E85 is less dense than pump gas. And he's not going to get it. So I explained it to him. And he goes, got it. But I'm like, did you really, though? Like, did you really get it, though? I don't think he got it. I saw a Camaro with beadlocks all season tires. I only have access to the leaded version of Octanium. Been running it for years. My O2s are stock, 70,000 miles, no issues. Exactly, Yonsei. Live tip, just shut up sometimes, especially about Cobras. A Wheeler, not lying, with drag mode shifts and drag radials, VMSs, 17 rears moved and kept moving. I don't believe you. I ran 8.9s on non-beadlocks. My wheels and tires remained fine and never went out of balance. One of Aldo's customers runs 820s on non-beadlock VMSs. It's just like not necessary. Leaded will pit your valve train. Sure it will. Yeah. Leaded will totally pit your valve train because we run leaded shit all the fucking time. Guys, if you mainly run 93 octane unleaded and then once in a while put C16 in it or octane booster, nothing's going to happen to your fucking valve train. SV wheels work great with the ET Streets and they hook. Why blow the money on BL wheels? There's a guy who got beadlock race stars and we NA, I don't know what he's saying. You think Jim Brom switching to back 6R80 will be a good competition for the Grey Goose King Daddy 6R80 record? No. There's levels. And that car doesn't have it. That car's not quicker than Senior's car with a 400 or a Glide. I think the quickest that car ever went with a 400 and a Glide was 7.6, right? Or 7.5? Senior's been 7.4 in a 6R80. So I think they did that to run True Street. Jim Brom, I think, put a 6R80 in that car to run True Street, because in True Street, it says you have to run the transmission. You have to run the transmission that came in that car. So people are mad about it. Oh, what the fuck is bullshit? So he said, fuck it. It came with a 6R80. He has connections at Motec with Real Street. Vic went down there and tuned the car, and it's running a number. But if you're asking me if Jim can run 740s in a 6R80 on Motec, I'm going to say no. Because it takes a lot of horsepower, a lot of tuning, a lot of know-how, and more importantly, the Billy baddest transmissions out there, and that's simply built by Power by the Hour. Sorry. C16 for the win. Spark Knock will pit your valve train. Exactly. Spark Knock will pit your valve train. And he's like, no, let it fuel will. Thanks for the lulls on my way home. Thank you. Hot Sauce 350. RPG GT says, hey, thanks for your help. Okay. What's up with Houston Raceway being sold and shut down? Where the fuck have you been, Mr. David Elliott? Where the fuck have you been? That was announced back in March, like way before that. 7.3 is his fastest pass. 7.3 on a Glide. So if Senior's 740 something, I don't think him with a 6R80 is going to be any quicker than him with a Glide or a 400. I don't think so. I think a Glide or a 400 is going to, like if Senior had a Glide or a 400 in that car, I think we would have already been sixes. If he had a Glide or a 400 in it. I think we're just trying to see how far we can take a 6R80. Fuck it. We're just going to see how far. And, it's a 4R200. It's a 4R200 hub. And I think that gear ratio is way more favorable than the traditional 6-geared 6R80. Probably spun the tire in the wheel because his buddy at Pep Boys greased the bead up in the mount on the radio. Exactly. He didn't just use water. He used like Dawn soap or just grease. I'm like, yeah, you can't mount it with grease. Some people mount it with like glue. It's a hell of a thing to install, but it's not coming off. J. Ruben says, is a stock transmission or stock transmission type for True Street? Stock transmission type. So 6R80 built. You know what I mean? The trans that it came with, but you can build it. Like a Cobra can have a T56, fifth and sixth deleted, but it's a T56. I don't think a Cobra can show up with a 400. A GT500 can't show up with a 400 and run True Street. They got to run like street car. I have beadlock and I know I don't need them. You might, because your car is heavy and your car hooks like a motherfucker on the street. Out of curiosity, what's the overall Coyote record? If it's not fully pro mod and will be possible for the Grey Goose overall Coyote record, isn't it like 6 something? Like I think Mo Mackey. Oh no, maybe someone else has a quicker, like way in the 6s, if I'm not mistaken. On the transmission question, RPG GT, gotcha. Low card on the mic. Wow, my first live, and this is life achievement. Huge fan. Sup, chat? I'm a huge fan of y'all too. Hashtag Detroit love. Low card on the mic in the house. Mike Schmidt says tuning in late people haul all as well. Gotcha. So I think on the transmit. Look, I want Motec to work. I want Motec to make life easier, because I think a lot of the issues that tuners have is the operating system. So if Motec can get rid of a lot of the fallacies that the operating system can cause, then awesome. And I want that to work, and I hope they make it work. If that car runs 740, 730 with a 6R80, I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to go badass. I'm not going to be one of those fucking assholes going, oh, but it did it with Motec. No, now 6R80s are Billy badass controllable transmissions with the Motec. So it helps people like Jake Long, who is my best friend, and he works at Power by the Hour and builds the baddest transmissions on the planet, period, 6R80s. So, if more people start putting 6R80s in things via Motec, which is ridiculous because it's like a $7,000 computer or some shit like that. Then you got to wire it in sometimes. So, yeah, have at it. Have at it, brother. Forte Transport says, Supers are making 600 wheel horsepower with little mods. That's no good for all you NA guys. I don't even know he's coming out with that bullshit. The new all-wheel drive M4, M3s are now starting to show up in owners' hands. They're running bottom 10s, and I think someone went 9.9 with just a tune and ethanol mix. Here we go with the German shit. I mean, guys, we're talking $100,000+ cars, right? Like, that's what we're talking about. We're talking big boy cars. We're not talking, like, bitch shit. So, I mean, at that point, $100,000 cars. Fuck me. No, thank you. Can I affirm a Motec? who sells Motec stuff? I'm trying to think who sells Motec. Let me see. Who sells Motec? Can you affirm Motec? So I tell you Real Street. So Real Street. Do they sell do they have an affirm sign up there? Let me see. Bill package, bill recipes, I'm looking for affirm. They got great reviews. About us, WhatsApp. No. Sales return. No, they just I want to know if they have a firm. Let me see. Ford 5-liter Coyote Gen 3. No. Oh, they got a little pop-up thing. Oh, their website's really nice. But they don't have an affirm logo up there, so fuck them. I want to buy my Motec with affirm. Fucking paid off in 38 years like a mortgage. Fuck that. No, thank you. Cuban says, I'll be the only Lund car at the shootout. I order a hoodie from Lund and represent should be there. You got to wear your KOK, man. King of Kings. Bro, you got to rep your crew, son. Because what's his name? DJ? DJ's going to step. He's going to go, hey, man. Hey, Cuban. Hey, use Navy. Yo, you either down with us or you down with Lund. You got to rep one or the other. King. Are you a King of Kings? KOK? Or are you a Lund? Not that he would say that, but I could envision him saying that. Because every single time I see him on the channel, he's like fighting motherfuckers. You know, I'm like, damn, he's about that life. Yo, man, I got money. So don't worry about me. I got a lake house and I got... That dude's the best. Oh, shit. Good stuff. Well, was your GT500 close to $100,000? Just curious. No. Gordon Kemmerling, no, not even close. My GT500, I did not pay $100,000 for my GT500. Fuck, no. Can we affirm Alex? No. Midnight Performance at Juan Rodriguez is clip up the horns. What are they talking about? What you do? No, got that. Made 650 at the tire. Got that. Best clutch kit for 10R80. Best clutch kit for 10R80? Exetti or the stuff that I think Powered by the Hour sells, which is like a Ray Bestis offshoot? I'm not 100% though. Opinion on the AM Infinity 708 standalone? No idea. We don't fuck with standalones yet. Ben Calamer's taking a firm now. Got a soft on after I found that. Get out of here. Ben Calamer accepts the firm? Oh my God. All the stage 3s are going to fly off the fucking shelves. By the way, the guy that asked about his transmission, it should have been done yesterday. Yes! Ben Calamer taking a firm. Coming at you. Yeah. Build your shit. Pay for it in 30 fucking years. Idiots. Bought the George Thorogood Harley on a firm. Chupapi says, how does that Mustang in Houston run low 9s NA? I'm a boost guy and don't see how it's done. Weight and a nitro fuel mix. It's very light. It's probably low 3000s, high 2000s. That is Fox body light. So it's power to weight. There, it's just simple math. Power to weight. You put 600 horsepower NA on a Fox body Mustang that weighs 2,800 pounds. It's going to run a similar number. It's math. So it's weight and it's the fuel mix, you know? And I'm sure there's other things. Like I'm sure Manuel had input with the suspension settings. I'm sure Manuel had input on tire because Junior helped Manuel pick all that stuff out when he was running Jesus's car and did all that vetting back in the day. So Manuel brings that over to some of the NA guys and it helps in terms of tire, suspension, weight reduction, and just paying attention to the car and really having minute details work out. Definitely paying attention to a car. But if you have a Fox body that makes 600 NA, look at Mike Washington's car. Mike Washington's car is an 8-second naturally aspirated Fox body with a badass Coyote in it. My boy DJ got bread like that too. I know, but I love how he brags about it. He's like, man, I got a lake house. I got this. I got whatever. I'm like, I love it. I love it. I love that swagger, bro. It's funny. I got my Motec with Affirm at 44% interest. Let's go. My broke ass can pay forever now. That honestly surprised me, given the base price, 14 GT500 was 65,000 stock. Gordon Kemmerling, if I sell my GT500, the goal is to run 790s. If I sell my GT500, it'll be for like $70,000. A 7-second, you can drive it on the street, GT500, turnkey. I would sell it for about $70,000. My car is sponsored by Affirm, says Javi Luna. Price of fuel go up for y'all. Oil prices are skyrocketing. Not yet. They haven't touched us yet in Florida. That was me that asked about BC Trans because and asking. Oh, and thanks for asking from RPGGT. Gotcha. Yeah, he said his parts. He was gonna put you. He said I was gonna build it tomorrow, but since he hit you up, I'll build it today. And I'm like, okay, cool. So hopefully you got some word that you're getting the trans sooner than later. You guys need Affirm liveries, dude. If someone is willing to offer me a wrap on the Fairmont, because I want to protect that old paint, I would run it. I would run an Affirm kind of graffitied out, paid for by PayPal and sugar daddies. SugarDaddy.com, Affirm, PayPal. Let's get that wrap going. The whole car's got to be wrapped though. That'd be amazing. Look up drag cartel for Motec. No, I'm good. I don't know what that is. I don't need any bullshit. Keith McGee says, what's up, Alex? I have a Gen 1 Coyote with a Cobra Jet intake, and then would I be able to run a Vortec with it? I don't see many people talking about it. There's a reason, right? The tuning becomes a bit of a problem because when you pressurize that throttle body, the side plate can blow out. The little side plate where the motor is and the gears are, you can pressurize that because of the boost coming through the charge pipe, and it can blow out. The stock throttle bodies have a better seal on that motor side of things. So in my opinion, it's better just to run a stock style intake like a Boss 18 manifold, GT350 manifold, or a stock manifold in and of itself, and a stock throttle body because it's blow through. So you're just forcing air in there. You're not going to need a bigger throttle body to make more power. And the Cobra Jet, I don't think when it's blow through, everything changes. Everything changes when it's blow through. Affirm will soon finance cars. Someone told me something funny. Someone said that if you pay through Affirm, it does not reflect positively on your credit score. But if you don't pay, meaning you default while using Affirm, it will go against your credit. So there is no real reason to use Affirm if it does not reflect positively on your credit report. So all those people that are out there saying, it's free money, I can just establish my credit. No, you can't. Supposedly, religiously, you do not get any benefit from using Affirm, but sure as shit, if it goes into collections, it goes against your credit. So it just kind of just underlines the point that it's fucking useless. Got to pay off the Amex monthly? Doubt car guys use that. Exactly. The Amex is a charge card, not a credit card. It's a charge card. So if you racked up $20,000 in a month on an Amex, you owe $20,000 that month. Alice, want to upgrade my diff to 355. Would I be better off buying a used one from the parts farm and throwing it on and tuned? Sure. What do you mean better off? Better off than new? No. You're better off putting new shit in there, in my opinion. I bought a 2020 F-150 last year while I finished my 427 Windsor Fox body, did the Mustang manifold, the 85 tune, and love it. Drive it 150 miles daily and love it. Pump 85, test 85 to 90 constantly. Run for the win. Love you. Someone should put big Affirm decals on their car. That's 100% truth, says Jay Rubin. Alex about Affirm in regards to credit report. But Alex doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I just fucking hate her. Fuck you. Thank you, Jay Rubin. It's not considered a loan because of 0% interest. No, Affirm does not it does not reflect positively on your credit report. It does fuck all for your credit. But go ahead and default on that bitch. Watch that sucker affect your credit report. It's useless in my opinion. Sorry, parts places. I understand you're using Affirm as like a leg up to like pay for late, but guys, I'd rather buy that shit with a credit card. And it at least reflects positively on my credit than Affirm. Just like child support, man, doesn't help your credit, but if you don't pay it, it reflects on your credit. Affirm is child support. About the end of the show, everyone have a good night. Look at you guys telling me when the end of the show is. I love you guys. I use my Amex for everything. Exactly. Look, if I have the money in the account, I use the credit card for everything. And then at the end of the month, split act the fucking thing to zero and let it work for me. And I have zero liability. I don't go to Publix and swipe my debit card. I don't go to the gas station and swipe my debit card. I swipe my credit card. And if someone has a skimmer and takes my shit, my liability is zero. The thing is, though, you may not like Affirm, but it is the model for fintech, and it's a telltale of how future banking services will work. Stop it. Stop it trying to be... Then he's going to stem off into some, like, Bitcoin bullshit. Shh. Jay Rubin, shh. We don't need a fucking financial lesson here. Love you, though. Damn it, I'd be better off just to get a personal loan or something. It's still dumb either way. You're 100% right. Affirm is child support. Mint. I've used Affirm, and yeah, it doesn't show up on my Credit Karma. Exactly. It goes, oh, you have nothing. And then when you default on that bitch, oh, shit. Say, oh, yo, I got no fucking money. Oh, I defaulted. We suck again because you fucking used a firm that doesn't help you. It only hurts you if you default on that motherfucker. Okay, guys. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I will not be on tomorrow. I'll be driving on the way to FL2k, staying in a hotel, chilling, and I'm going to watch FL2k Saturday and Sunday. I will bring my laptop. I'll bring stuff. I'll bring shirts. I'm not going to have a booth. I'm not going to have a tent. I'm not going to have nothing. I might just bring the shirt somewhere where I'm chilling with my friends. And if you happen to come up and say, Alex, you got a shirt? Sure, here you go. I only have large and extra larges, so sizes are limited. So I'm going to either make you lose weight or, wear a really big baggy shirt, whatever, or give it to your girlfriend so she can sleep in it at night with my logo on it, basically, because she likes me more than she likes you. So, all right, I'm going to get the hell out of here. So hopefully you guys have a good weekend. I'm going to be probably not going to be on Sunday either. So the peasant chat probably will not happen either. Because I'm going to be at Florida 2K. If I do happen to get on, it'll be later. I might get on later. So we'll see, because if the track closes at 8 or 9, I might do a Saturday night peasant chat on my phone like a fucking peasant and talk to you guys through there. So have a great weekend, guys. Maybe I'll see you on the weekend. If not, I guarantee I will see you Monday if I don't have a show during the weekend. All right. Have a good weekend. See you guys later. Thanks for listening.